Hey guys, this is John from Untitled Tactical. Today we're gonna be covering the 4 safety rules, universal safety rules when it comes down to firearms. And today we're gonna have again Will from Wilco Defense. What's going on, man?
Doing pretty good, man. Pretty good.
Will, can you go ahead and discuss with us the 4 safety rules?
Absolutely. Love to. Hey, the reason that we're actually here to do this for you guys is really to focus on those 4 universal safety rules, so that everyone when they come in to do our classes, they know exactly what they're looking at doing. So basically what we do is send this video out to you guys before you take the class, so you understand what we're looking for when you come in. So basically what we're going to be doing is using my personal firearm. I have with me here today a Glock 19, and for that first rule, we just want to make sure that we treat every firearm as if it was loaded. So right now we don't know the condition of this firearm, so that's what we need to go ahead and check. So the first thing that we want to do is we want to actually drop that magazine, so that way now we know that the magazine well is actually clear. And then once we drop that magazine, we want to rack that slide to make sure there's not a round that is in the chamber. And then once we do that, we want to make sure we rack it a couple more times just to verify, and then we can lock that breech open so that we can visually and physically inspect this firearm to make sure there is nothing in there. There's not a round in the chamber, there's not a magazine in the magazine well, so we know that this firearm is clear of any projectile. So we're gonna go ahead and close that back up, bring the hammer home, and now we know we're working with an empty firearm. So now we know this firearm is clear. All right, the second rule is do not point the firearm at anything you do not intend to destroy. And that means that no matter what you're doing while you're working with that firearm, whether it be cleaning the firearm or you at the range, we want to make sure that we're not flagging ourselves or anybody that may be near us when we're working with that firearm. A lot of the time we have accidents that we see where people are cleaning their firearms and things like that, so we have negligent discharges. That's the whole reason for clearing that firearm and make sure the weapon is clear, so that when we're doing anything with it, we know what we're doing. All right. That third rule is to keep your finger off the trigger until you're ready to fire. And what that looks like is basically just like this. I want to make sure my trigger finger, whether you're right-handed or even left-handed, is off of the actual trigger itself and not even on the trigger guard. So that we want to make sure that we are handling that firearm in a safe manner by keeping that finger pointed straight and off the trigger. So the biggest reason for that is we want to make sure that we're not in any kind of situation where we may be startled or anything like that, that when we flinch, that we don't actually pull back and put our finger on that trigger and accidentally fire that trigger. All right, so always up on the frame of the firearm. All right, and rule number 4 is to actually know your target and what is beyond. So that way when we're pointing out to our target, we want to make sure that we know exactly what's to the left of our target. We want to know what's to the right of our target and actually what is beyond our target, because we're responsible for each and every single round that comes out of that firearm. So that right there is your 4 universal firearm safety rules.
Well, thank you for covering the 4 universal safety rules. If you have any questions, go ahead, comment in the box below. Go ahead, like our website, Early, Often Tactical, Wilco Defense, making the difference in the county.